Alright. How are we doing in chat? So the game we're going to be playing today is called We the Revolution. It's come out, I believe it was Thursday, 21st of March. Developed by Polyslash and published by Clubatter. So that'd be a good idea. Steam description was, as a judge of the great way to start. As a judge of the Revolutionary Tribunal, preside over complicated cases of ordinary citizens, dangerous criminals, and enemies of the revolution in the revolutionary Paris. Make judgments, plot political intrigue, and try not to lose your own head. Honestly, sounds great. We're gonna give that a try. Just bought it earlier today. Haven't even launched the game yet. It is installed. So we're going to give it a second to do its quick Steam thing, and then we'll have it up and running. Never mind, it just took 2 seconds. Sweet. Alright, let's see if it picks up on... Oh, and it does. Here we go. Right into it. Create ourselves our profile. What do we got for audio? Oh, that's nice. Oh, only showed up on my side. Okay. Yeah, we don't need that right now. I want voice. Leave the rest as it is. Alright. Alright. Well, let's jump straight into it, shall we? From what I've heard... Nope. Yes. Quite clearly. What an entry. Oh boy. Love the artwork. So end of the 18th century. Which is 1790s, I believe. Oh dear. That can't be good. Do they not actually talk? Alright, sweet. Remind me next time that I want to stop drinking this cloudy raw gut. Remind me before I drink it. We're disgracing Themis. Themis? Themis. Ha! Is someone coming? This was bound to happen. Told you. Papa, you said we would go. You promised. Papa had a lot of work. Yes, a lot of heavy glasses. You promised me I can't anymore. I'm fed up with asking. Mama is angry because... Quiet. Today your favorite son wanted to prove that he was more honorable than his father, so he started a fight. A 5-year-old, for God's sake. Oh dear. Our neighbors wanted you to explain that to them. But well, you were fighting for justice. At an inn. Damn you, you bloody drunk. Wait, where is this going, like, right off the bat here? Mother? Oh, I see. It's like a tutorial. Alright. Documents and letters. Drag and drop documents to manage their layout. Click to display the contents. Okay, so you can... Oh shit. Ah, fuck! Damn it! It said to click and drag. I tried to click and drag. Fuck. Alright. Options, yeah. Hierarchy. View the current balance of power in Paris and your position therein. Intrigues are complex. Conflicts between you and another political player. A defeat may turn out to be disastrous for you. Okay. Influence points. Influence points are the main currency in the game. Use them wisely. Okay. Pay close attention to the changes in your influence and relations with factions. Ooh, excuse me. Some of your decisions and changes in the world of the game may cause global modifiers to come into effect. Into action. These factors affect relations, reputation, and influence. You can review them in the notebook, which is that, I'm assuming. Because I skipped through it all. Okay, so you can slide, like I was trying to do during the actual start. Oh. Make your decision. Each action may require a decision. Make a different... Wow! Each action may require a different number of influence points and have a different chance of success. Consider them carefully. Your addictions are no longer a secret. The fact that other children are bullying your son because of them is a minor problem, but who is spreading these rumors? It is likely to be one of their parents. They could have whispered into their children's ear whom they shouldn't play with and why. They might even have spiced the story up with a lie, but who will hear it next? Okay. So we have 3 points. We can either spend all the points and just intimidate them, or we can just talk eye to eye for 1. What do we think? Intimidate them? I honestly don't think that's a good idea. I think eye to eye is pretty good. Although we definitely want to do something about it, because bad public image is not a good thing. Anybody have an opinion? Nope. Alright, well we'll go with the talk eye to eye. So we lost an influence point, yeah. Negative relations with factions mean negative consequences for you. Oh, fuck. The fervor. I don't know what that means. Reputation impacts everything in the world of the game. Factions, family relations, the audience's attitude. There's that word again. I have to look it up now. Ah, boy. That is not what I wanted to open. Fervor. Intense and passionate feeling. Okay. Got it. In the sections, and even the ability to persuade other characters. You have a set amount of influence points per day. In the future, you will be able to increase this limit. Oh, I see. So it's daily, not... Okay, good to know, good to know. How do I exit? Oh, okay, so this gives us a little bit of information about him. How do I exit? Oh, I see, just click out. Okay, perfect. So that was the news. That was our notebook. Okay. Case file, verdict form. Make the most important decision. Condemn the defendant or deem them not guilty. Sign the document to legitimize your verdict. Okay. What do we got here? Alright. To Judge Alexis Fideli, we have not expected this kind of behavior from your son, although apparently we should have. Innocent children's play turned into an assault on our children. The younger one, Anthony, now has a chipped front tooth. We hope that you will punish your child accordingly. Should the situation repeat itself, we will react more decisively. I am sure we can deal with a gambler and drunk, even if he is a judge. We will not let our children be hurt. Okay, so what's this? Oh, hello. Finding links. Find the correct links to unlock questions for the defendant. Choose a line of inquiry and link it to the right category. Chances. Oh, so we have two. Ooh. So we can actually make mistakes. I don't like that. While linking lines of inquiry and categories, you can make a limited number of mistakes. If you make too many mistakes, the whole system will become locked. Some cases may contain traps. Read through the files thoroughly to find the lines of inquiry that are irrelevant. Okay. So we have victim, excruciating circumstances, course of events. Children's play, course of events. Ooh, perfect, okay. Fighting children, course of events. Okay, okay. I don't think we need to worry about that at the moment. Injured Anthony. Victim. Chipped tooth. Course of events. Haha! Alright, that wasn't too bad. Alright. How did your play turn into a fight? Oh, we're still doing stuff. To ask questions, you have to first unlock them in the query linking menu. Yeah, okay. Being in the jury's good graces allows you to find out which way they will sway after you have asked a question. Alright. How did your play turn into a fight? Our neighbors, Anthony and Jean, they were saying mean things about you. We were playing guards, and they asked me to pretend to be a drunkard, whom they would, you know. Were you fighting both of them at once? I had to. What exactly were they saying? Are you too drunk to guess? I was not asking you. Oh boy. Oh jeez. They were yelling at you are, well, I told them that it's not true, and they started calling me names. They called me a drunkard's son. That you evade the question. You answered something that wasn't what I asked. Okay, who started the fight? I can tell you who ended it. Oh, for fuck's sakes, boy. I think it was me. I kicked the one on the left and then wanted to get the one on the right, but they ended it. They knocked me to the ground and paid me back for hitting them. Wait, but then how did he get the broken tooth? Did you really break Anthony's tooth? Frederick is just a child. I don't know. I don't think so. Did you hit him in the face? I think I kicked him, but not that hard. That's it? What? But there's no questions left. So one of them got injured. He chipped a tooth. However, according to the boy here, he kicked him once and then got pounded into the dirt by the two of them. So that makes him not guilty, right? Huh. It doesn't sound like he's guilty to me. You do well. A man has to defend the honor of his family no matter what. Achievement unlock. Educational procedures. Those children are so small and they already know the truth. The father of my children is a lying drunk and a gambler. Oh boy. Bernard used to worship you, but he soon grew up. Now it is Frederick's turn to learn the truth that echoes in the streets. He's no longer fearing your anger. He knows that your threats are empty. Frederick is only starting to learn the truth about his father from the streets. That doesn't sound too good. I was unaware that Mathilde? No, it's not Matilda. Mathilde. Oh boy, name's gonna kill me. As was I. We will wait outside as always. Oh boy. Hey guys, how's everyone doing? That's some freedom right there. Yikes. Act 1. Alright, so that was the prologue. Which is literally just the tutorial, I guess. Liberté. Day 1. Oh, what do we got here? Expected sentence. Find out which verdict is expected by the factions and your close ones. Oh, I see. Okay, so we have the revolutionaries and common folk currently want him in prison. Alright, news. What do we got? Neighborhood gossip. The father had a rare episode of foolishness when he decided to stand up to someone stronger, threatening him with a fist and showing his children they were safe by his side. He didn't listen to your arguments. Furthermore, he gave a precise description of where you can shove them. Oh, jeez. -2 reputation. So you can either hire thugs, which would... Alright, maybe we should have intimidated. Alright. Well, I'm not going to hire thugs. Because I'll have to suffer with it for now. That sucks. Alright, protocol. What do we got here? Review the trial's records. Oh, I see. Okay. So as we go through it. What do we got here? Compiled by Richard Monnier. What are we looking at? Fraud. Okay. Jean Renard, a 45-year-old innkeeper, has been charged with fraud. He is accused of diluting alcohol in his tavern, tricking his clients into playing extra. Alright. Okay. Guests came with their minds set on a specific goal, getting roaring drunk, but instead of staggering out after drinking 2 pitchers of wine or several pints of beer, they would sit in the inn until morning, still sober and completely penniless. The innkeeper's fraud came to light when one of the customers discovered the scam and caught the cheater in the act. The man entered the host's cellar and witnessed him diluting the alcohol in the barrels with ordinary water. As a result, the customer received only 4 parts of what they paid for and 1 part from the water carrier. Okay. Let's unlock some questions. So we have a method, witness, and motive. So we have... wait, so... the innkeeper is not a witness. Diluting alcohol would be method? No, method would be adding water. Yeah, okay. Motive. The witnesses... Shit. Okay. It's a lot harder than it looks. Motive. What? Alright, cool. Sweet. Fuck's sakes. Oh. Wow. Alright. Lovely. How many questions do I got? Please introduce yourself. My name is Jean Renard. I'm Monsieur Lejeune. I don't know how to say it. Nothing but a fraud. Serious consequences. Okay. There's still 3 questions, and I've locked them all, so I can't actually access them. Lovely. I don't know in there. How did you feel about tricking weary citizens? Terrible, but all I wanted was to keep my business afloat. Others don't mess around for sure. No diluting would be the end of me. Acquittal. Alright, well, unfortunately, I've already fucked up, and I can't access any more questions, so... There's literally nothing I can do right now, is there? Notification. Reputation. Yeah, I knew about that. Verdict. Acquittal. Which hurts everyone. Well, he's going to prison. He admitted it in a speech. Yeah. I'll take into account next time when I actually don't fuck up on the questions. Oh, man. Alright, after trial, click on and move to the next part. Okay. After trial, okay. May I remind you that you promised to join me? I have a feeling that tonight's moon favors gamblers. Though it does not favor spouses. God should grace us with wives who understand the importance of an even game of dice. They should also know that the right amount of wine guarantees a lucky roll. I should go home. Bringing a judge to the game has benefits. Other players will surely not cheat. That is not a strong argument. No, it's really not. I am but a humble painter, not a silver-tongued judge. You are a sly politician. Oh, excuse me. As a politician, I understand the importance of keeping promises, and you, my friend, are trying to get out of yours. Ah, fuck. Politicians, good to have in your books. Go on. Just don't drink. Hello? Go out and gamble, just don't drink the alcohol. Come on with some extra money. Yep. Fuck. Oh dear. Ooh. Oh, I don't like that image. Oh no. Fuck. Oh dear. What? You can berate me as you always do. Frederick sometimes imagines you as a deep-sea sailor. He dreams that you visit distant countries, have wonderful adventures, and one day you will return and tell us all about them. But all I see is a man in a lifeboat, and one of your oars is broken. A furious storm churns up huge waves that are fated to devour you, and I'm standing on the edge of a cliff, holding a makeshift lamp. Your children have already forgotten about you. They are far, far away. Your father died of old age. Your drinking companion is now playing cards with new friends. Wow, that hits home real quick, doesn't it? But not you. No, I'm still standing on the shore, hoping that your boat does not sink. That vision is not so distant either. Your sons are still young, but the storm has already begun. If you don't turn around now... Good night. What? Well, that's a way to end it now, isn't it? Before the storm creates the highest wave, you'll have to bow before it, alone. It will force you to become meek, and nobody will be there to see it. Upon returning home, you can decide how you would like to spend the rest of the day. Gambling in the moonlight. Various actions. Each action will affect the other members of the family as well as their attitude towards you. Each character's attitude can provide you with or deprive you of certain bonuses, reputation, or relations with factions. Your youngest son is special. His attitude makes the other family members like you slightly more. Take good care of him. Okay? Locked actions. After various important events, you may find yourself with an action forced upon you. On this day, you become the victim of your own decisions. Oh, shit. Alright. So we're stuck doing this. Gambling with the moonlight. Alright. Except... Oh, I see. Shit. Not good. Not a good start. Not a good start. Alright. Today, the people of Paris commemorate... Boy, words are gonna be great. Jacques Guillaume Simoniou, mayor of Étampes. He was lynched by the furious mob for performing his duties to France. This march shall symbolize... Oh, I just missed it. This march will symbolize the unity of our society and the hope that the most violent stage of the revolution is past us. Let us make sure that no other loyal servant of France becomes a victim of such hatred ever again. King Louis the 17th. 16th. 16th. My bad. He was a good, loyal officer. Those bastards lynched him for observing the law. Will you join me at the march? Yes. We ought to show that we oppose the self-appointed executioners and stand alongside of victims. I wonder why the king has taken the trouble to show up. Louis the 16th marching arm in arm with the people of France. That is unexpected. Oh boy. King Louis. Continue, please. I am merely an observer. Oh, the king. Do not change your habits for me. I heard a thing or two about a young and ambitious judge of the tribunal. I was curious whether he is guided by justice or by, entertainment, as some would say. Oh dear. The king is presiding. He is. He's sitting right there. Fuck. Alright. What we got for news? Neighbor gossip. In the city, only the dead are free of addiction. What do you care about people's idle gossips? Switch drops everybody. Alright. Should have fucking mugged him. Alright. Notebook. Your son's drawing. Monsieur Pocard? Et moi. My French ain't that good. Oh, my father and me. Oh, fuck. Okay, I got it. I got it. It's fine. Alright. What do we got here? So we have the events. Family. Okay. Let's go into the case, shall we? Compiled by Nathan Duasirif. Duasirif. Theft and burglary. The defendant is Oliver Mugler, a 65-year-old master locksmith who is famed among Parisian burglars as an expert on unopenable locks. Nice. Last month, he was commissioned by the owner of a Parisian glassworks, Jean Rude, Louis Roques, and Ferdinand Salon, to construct locks for ornate chests for valuables, presumably as gifts for their wives. The craftsman praised his latest creation as thief-proof. Shortly following their completion, the industrialist houses were hit by a series of burglaries committed by a recent newcomer to Paris. Hector Vian, the thief from Orleans, was caught in the act and shot by Ferdinand Salon. An expensive Turgot map of Paris with the maps of the recently robbed industrialists marked on it was found on the deceased. Surprisingly, Salon had given Mugler an identical map as advanced payment. This deposit was in addition to the agreed remuneration from all the employers. Oh, here it is. Further investigating information came from the owner of the Ginger Margot. Oh boy, these names are going to kill me. Ginger Margot Inn. She recalled that on the night preceding the burglary, the locksmith met there with a man she didn't recognize. Based on descriptions, we were able to identify him as the aforementioned Hector Vian. The men allegedly engaged in an evening of drinking, sponsored by Mugler. Evidence. Map of Paris. Okay. Let's unlock some questions. Oh boy. Alright, so the map of Paris is evidence. We know that. We can have potentially 4 wrongs. Okay, so lock construction, series of burglaries, maps on, there's still 3 more. Okay, personality. Oops. Hey, give me that back. There's still 2 more I need to find. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Got it. Alright, so we got all the questions, luckily. That's good. We haven't asked them anything yet, so let's get this on with. Robbing the bourgeois is no crime. According to the case file, you are a citizen Olivier Mugler, is that correct? Indeed it is, monsieur. I was going to skip over all the French stuff. May I have a request? I would like to sit down. I'm an old man, you see. Basic respect for the judiciary requires that you remain standing. Do the names Salon, Rude, and Roques mean anything to you? Why are you so determined to harass and all? It's not that hard. Just answer the question. They sound like the names of my debtors. Debtors. They are the victims of activities you conducted. You mean locksmithing? Okay, so he's already playing hard to get. Alright, you were commissioned by the victims to make chest locks. It was me, naturally, and in the agreement with the contract, my job was to prepare and install the locks, and the employer was only to come and see whether the work was completed, and pay, of course. Okay, so he did it. He installed the locks. Was he secured at your workplace? No, on site. The client's property, none of those idlers bothered to deliver the trunks to my workshop, so I had to strain my old legs. Does that mean you knew the addresses of victims? How else could I get there? Blindfolded on a way. This guy has attitude, doesn't he? Did you know Hector Vian before? This is the first time I've heard the name. That is interesting, as you were seen draining several bottles of wine together at the Ginger Margot Inn. Is that a crime? No, but the question is, why are you denying it now? Was their drinking spree just a deception for discussing the burglary? Nobody I had a drink with introduced themselves as Hector. I didn't plan any heist with a Hector, Victor, or Hugo. I am a locksmith and I earn good money from it. Burglaries are for vagrants without a job. Fair. Do you recognize this map? No, I don't recall ever seeing it before. Solon claims that he gave you this map as advanced payment for your services. He claims what? That wicked wretch of a second-rate merchant. He gave me a scrap of paper as payment for making 3 locks and says it's supposed to be worth more than 3,000 francs he owes me. An honest laborer is being judged while frauds remain at large. Silence. So this map does belong to you. It doesn't? So where is the map that you received from Citizen Solon? I lost it, but it wasn't even worth a loaf of bread, so I surely won't shed a tear. But if you have it, maybe you stole it from me. What? What's... Why is he trying to make me look like the bad guy? I'm the judge here. You better make a note that Olivier Mugler demands refund from this guy, that guy, and that guy. Alright. Well, the jury is leaning more towards being nice, so okay. Were you the one who marked the map with the victims' addresses? I didn't mark anything. The houses of your clients are marked on the map. I don't know who marked them. Maybe you should ask the person you found the map on. Maybe the court made the marks and has no memory of doing so. Wait, whose side is the king on? What the fuck? Excuse me? Do you not think there are too many coincidences in your story? You obtain the map, but lose it, and then it is found on the thief who has robbed your clients. I know nothing of a coincidence. I only make locks. Ooh. Yikes. How much did you charge for your services? 3,000 francs. Tidy sum, that is. If you were a master locksmith, you'd charge that much too. That is quite a substantial fee. Indeed, that's how much it costs to have a high-quality locks made by a master with nearly 50 years of experience, and those bastards never paid me a single franc. The victims did not pay you the agreed amount? Not a franc. I'd beat the money right out of them, but I'm too old for that. Wow, he's really flipping the jury on us here, isn't he? Did you give Hector Vion the map? I gave nothing to Achilles, Hector, or any other Greek. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Call in the witnesses. Citizen John Rude. John Rude in the flesh. You will not speak unless called upon. Naturally, of course. What went missing during the burglary? My house was first one to be robbed, and in my case it was mostly valuables. At the Roque's house, he will not say it himself, and I do not want to go to prison. It was the letters he had exchanged over the years with King Louis. Damn monarchist. Solon did not lose a thing. He shot that vermin in the act, and that is what he said. So, out of the 3 people robbed, 1 lost everything, 1 lost incriminating evidence against him, and the other one didn't lose anything. Okay? What happened to the items that he had stolen? That remains unknown. According to Solon, Hector had nothing with him. Ferdinand suspects he had hidden the other valuables somewhere. He hid the other items before robbing the last house? Strange. That's what I'm saying. The last guy didn't get robbed, yet nothing has been returned. Advanced payment in the form of a map, its disappearance, the murder, burglary, and a lack of payment for services. It makes for a rather strange story, a suspicious one, too. I do not. What are you mumbling? If I say something, will I be free? Ooh, he does. Yeah, he knows something. There we go. Please testify what you know immediately. The map was Solon's idea. He told the thief about the advance payment we gave to the locksmith and proposed that Hector steal it. And he did? Indeed. But then the bastard robbed us. Later we were forced by Salon not to pay the locksmith because he sent the thief after us. And that's when it all went down the drain. So... so that's what I was thinking. The last guy who got robbed and shot the guy he had hired to rob the other two, he was probably returning to say the job was done, and then got shot, so it was all, like, hidden type thing. It sounds like Citizen Salon had everything planned, however there is no evidence to support the claim. Perhaps it is a Citizen Rude that is plotting against his partner and wants to frame him. Yeah, but he lost everything. Rude was the first one hit and lost everything. So, that doesn't make quite as much sense. And Vian is dead, so he will not be able to shed light on any of this. If I was younger, I'd give that Salon a drubbing. That pig, that good-for-nothing lying bastard. Please refrain yourself. The testimony of a witness is still not evidence. Neither of Citizen Salon's guilt, nor of your innocence. Alright. Rumor has it you were one of the best locksmiths in Paris. I should deny it for modesty's sake, but I will not. You're right, you should have done it for modesty's sake. That cannot be true, though, as a random thief from Orleans is easily able to open your lock. Wow. Not pulling punches on this, is he? Well, then he must have been one of the best thieves in Orleans. Let's be serious, Mr. Judge. Every lock can be picked with the right talents, even my locks. Did you tell Hector how to open them? I understand what you are implying, but consider this. If he sold the secrets of my locks, then my business would be over. Word spreads fast among thieves. Fair point. Yeah, the jury's saying that's it. We've gotten all the all the questions are done. I don't think we need much else at the moment. All right. Yep, that's that. All right. So, oops. Click out of the map, out of the game. Why don't I? So we have. Okay, so it looks like the jury wants an acquittal. So he says they're innocent. The common folk say he's innocent. The revolutionaries say prison him. Well, I guess it's an acquittal then, isn't it? Yeah, revolutionaries just removed from office. See, that's not as horrible as death. Just saying. The verdict for you is not guilty. Lead the defendant away. Bravo, Muggler. Away with the Burgwest. I don't know how to say that. To be honest, this does bear the marks of social justice. They would not pay him, so he had them robbed. There is balance here. I mean, yeah, I guess. I can see how that goes. Common folk, revolutionary, next. Look, an authentic map by Turgot. It would be a pity if it rotted in a safe deposit box. We cannot do that. These are court deposits. Well, he did tell me long ago to take care of my study at home. There you go, I know someone who can remove these marks without damaging the map. Did I just get bribed? Is that what just happened?
Do not be manipulated by people who are not bearing the burden of responsibility.
Not a bad saying. Not a bad saying.
This saddened me. Someone advised me to say that. Someone who is well aware of the cold, inevitable agreement of change. I did not pity the king, but those who come after him, as they will not have great ancestors.
Ooh. Ouch. There's a burn. One of us. Frenchmen marched in the streets of Paris side by side, one line after another, to commemorate the mayor. He was murdered by a furious mob, punished for a law he did not enact, but was obliged to observe. Freedom of speech killed him. If we understand this as a right to cast stones to show one's discontent, the right of murder people the right to murder people because you deem them responsible for your miserable lives, surely the people of Paris would prefer if we said that nothing happened. 1 up, 3 down. So that's -5 for the revolution. Negative plus 2 for common folk, I think. No, it's +4. +4. Alright. Your son is rather good with the viola. He is both talented and enthusiastic. I prefer he was as enthusiastic about the law books I gave him. Maybe his destiny is to become an artist, not a lawyer. Oof. Mother likes to hear me playing, and there is nothing more boring than law. See, he would rather let his career rely on the humors of the people. There are many ways to rescue France. Believe me, our country desperately needs something to ennoble it. The power is in the hands of simple, illiterate people. Let him rescue their souls with music. That is better than boring laws and clauses. See what you are doing? You are spoiling my child. I do not have my own children to spoil, so I am focusing on yours. Ah, speaking of which. Oh, no, no, no. Oh? Oh, we're locked again. You attended the parade and memory. Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, so we attended the parade. Nothing horrible in that regard. Oh, that drops, that drops. Frederick doesn't go down, that's good. Day 3.
That is our new symbol of freedom. You can still smell the fresh wood.
The guillotine.
Looking at it? Individuals like us do not use symbols, but France does. Did you hear the news of the day? People are running around like headless chickens, yelling about Louis and his entourage escaping Paris. So, we will not be enjoying the aroma of fresh wood for long. Monuments like that are not installed solely for the purpose of punishing thieves or lesser aristocrats. Do you think it wants to taste royal blood?
Oh dear.
Louis' flight was a stupid move, yet it seems it was planned. One of us is sacrificed. That is, catching. Is that why Louis visited us at the court? To manipulate us? Maybe deep in his heart he felt what the builders of the guillotine did. That someone has to be exposed as a traitor, even if there is none.
And a scapegoat. Yep. Ah, welcome, Citizen Fidel. My name is Anthony Quinton. Oh my, why such a long name? I'm the public prosecutor that has been assigned to assist at every tribunal trial starting from today. I should warn you that I am uncompromising, though I hope that we quickly find common ground. And happier news, the construction of the guillotine has been finished. We may begin using it today. Yes, we have seen it. The king is gone. Treason! Anyone with information about his whereabouts should immediately disclose it to the authorities. Okay. Common folk want this guy executed. I don't know what he's done yet, but that's what he's wanting. There's no news. Our reputation is horrible at the moment. Holy shit. One acquittal, 1 prison, no death. Alright. What do we got? We have a fraud, price speculation, and bribery. Ooh. In the dock is Lucien Blecot, a resident of the section de Gravières, Rue Mesuel. Oh fuck, all this French. Citizen Blecot owns several grocery stalls, We have received multiple complaints regarding their unfair trading practices, such as selling spoiled fruit, price speculation, and the violation of legal price limits. He has denied all accusations, but my investigation at his stall revealed at least some of the complaints to be justified. He claims that the prices were inflated due to employee mistakes, and that spoiled produce was about to be disposed of on the day of the inspection. It must be noted that when the inspectors pointed out his transactions, he scolded his employees and readily set about restoring order at his stall. A young merchant and staunch supporter of Jockbins, he has connections with this guy and that guy, or so he claims. So far he has managed to get away with all of his shady dealings, so there may be some truth to his boasting. Witness 1. He sold me rotten apples. He put some fresh ones on top, so I wouldn't notice. My husband couldn't stop retching for 2 days after eating celery he bought from this swindler. That sounds pretty serious, yeah. Alright, so what do we got here? We got accusation, counter-revolution. Okay. Accusation? Shit, okay. Well, I know this is evidence. Caught in a trap? What? Fuckers. Alright. Evidence. Seriously? Alright. Defendant's connections. Accusation, personality, evidence. I've already gone through my 3 saves. Oh, fuck me. Customer complaints is the accusation. Price legal limits. Non-accusation. Counter-revolution. There we go, okay. We're getting there. Accusation. The defendant's connections. Personality. And the price limit for evidence. Oof! I managed to get them all. Thank God. Oh, alright. Let's start the trial. I bought carrots from him myself. Please introduce yourself. Lucien Blacont. Occupation. Currently, merchant, also temporarily a prisoner. What a smartass this guy is. You stand accused of price speculation, breaking legal price limits, and selling produce unfit for consumption. Is that all? I asked the court to add deliberate poisoning of Patterson citizens to the list of charges. Poisoning? Stall vegetables never killed anyone. So you admit to the other charges. I am an honest entrepreneur and my business will not be harmed by such allegations. No, he's admitted it, and he's being a smartass about it so far. Alright. Do you admit to selling spoiled produce? That has already been established by the inspectors. There is no need to go over the matter again. Answer the question. Yes and no. Yes, because I admit that such things have been reported at my stall. No, because it is not my fault. Whose fault was it then? I cannot be held accountable for nature not creating all apples equal. Apples are not citizens of France. But you are the owner of this business, and you can be held accountable for the produce that you sell. I have never forced anyone to buy anything from me. So the customers consciously purchase spoiled food. They will buy carrots as black as coal if they lower the price by a few francs, but they still expect them to taste as though they were fresh out of the ground. He's insulting the people. Throw this scoundrel in jail. Oh, fuck's sakes, man. You're digging yourself a hole. Did you know your produce made your customers sick? If anyone can prove that my product was at fault, I will gladly cover the cost of their treatment or their funeral. They need only come... He just said that it can't get killed from it. What the fuck? Try eating that muck yourself and you'll have your evidence. Then I remind you that witness testimonies will be taken into account. He was selling people shit, not food. Testimonies of John-diced people who will do anything to hamper a wealthier man's work Worthy evidence indeed. Oh, he's in the prison section. With regard to the violation of legal price limits. Before you ask, let me make one thing clear. Legal price limits were never deliberately broken at my stall. I find such accusations to be malicious and vile. Objection, you only corrected the prices upon the arrival of the inspectors. He deserves to rot in prison. The inspectors imposed a substantial fine on me that I paid without delay. I have already suffered the consequences of my negligence. Fine, I won't stop him from peddling rotten tomatoes. It seems your employees are rather prone to making mistakes. Hire some competent people. Come on. I would do anything myself if I could, but that is impossible. There is no one in Perry competent enough. Do you think so little of your fellow citizens? Well, most people are adults. The very fact that I must defend myself in court attests to that. He's not getting on the good side of everyone. Did the defendant offer adequate instruction to his subordinates? I own a chain of grocery stalls, not a parish school for the dim-witted. He's insulting us. Could you explain why there have been so many complaints about your business over the years? Maybe it is because most of those complaints have been nothing but non-sensual claims from jealous loafers. So you are convinced that Mariant and this and that guy will protect you. I am convinced that the law will protect me. Justice is on my side. What do you mean? The law is supposed to protect the innocent. It should be on the side of those who are wronged by. Spare us the speech. This is not a session of the National Convention. Even my soul cries out for justice, so the statesman you mentioned will not have to deliver justice on my behalf. Yeah, it looks like he's at least going to prison. This may actually kill him here. Let's find out. We have analyzed your ledgers and discovered that you have been violating legal price limits on a regular basis. Do you know this accusation as well? Those ledgers are kept by ordinary people who are prone to make mistakes. I will analyze them again and make proper amends. You are not in an administration office. Those ledgers in the current state are evidence for the courts. In other words, give it back to me. I'll fix them so they look better. Those are mere accounting errors, a zero or a decimal put in the wrong place by mistake. It can all be explained, after all. Are we not all friends of France here? This guy has assured me that we are. Has this person also assured you that you can get away with falsifying records? Of course not. So why did you mention him? Isn't a lackey of costermongers like him. Silence, or will I adjourn the proceedings? Have they bribed the judge as well? Alright, well, jury's opinion is prison. So prison it is. We're gonna have to make these guys happy soon, though. Did the defendant confess to the crime? Yes. What are the defendant's confirmed political affiliations? This guy's a follower. What is the defendant's attitude towards the fines issued? Paid immediately. How does the defendant explain his disregard for legal price limits? Written mistake. Alright. Send you to prentice and leave the condemned out. How fresh he stays behind bars. I have friends in high places. I'll be set free in a matter of days. You, on the other hand... Oh, he didn't? Oh, fuck. But he did! He said that... Oh, whatever. Never mind. Patient up 1, influence up 1. Perfect. -4 to +4. Next. This isn't too bad. Do apologize, there's a lot of reading in this game. Due to the establishment of the Revolutionary Tribunal, we need to prepare an official stamp. I was told to ask you, citizen, because President Devoy is indisposed. How much did he drink? He was not able to say. Shall we? Oh, fuck's sakes. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Whatever I make, I'm gonna have to remember, aren't I? Oh, no. Alright, I'm gonna actually start writing this down. So we have 4 corners. And the top, we're gonna give it olive branch. Emblem. Okay, and bottom, I kind of like the twin leaves. What else do we have? Yeah, we're gonna go with this. Alright, I'll sign off on that. Thank you for your time. Oh, I got the achievement symbol. Thank you for your time. I know it's late. The stamp should be ready tomorrow. Good night. Yes, let's increase our family happiness with a viola concerto. Let's go with that. Day 4. Matthew Bellier, or Burrell. Tragically, we are losing control of the streets. People feel betrayed by the king, and some believe him to be a spy, trying to elude justice. Special means are recommended when suppressing unrest. We only need an opinion from the judges to make sure we are working legally. In other words, you need their blessing to shoot at protesters. People can't control their emotions and are hurting other citizens as a result. Look at the windows. Next time they might do something worse than just throw rocks. It pains us to see unrest growing in the streets of Paris. Commander-in-Chief Burrell has informed us that the Guard is no longer able to control the situation through peaceful means. It is recommended to be allowed to use more immediate methods to protect the innocent civilians. But we would like to know the Tribunal's opinion on the matter. I approve of the National's use of force against ruffians running the capital. Alright. I guess we're accepting. The Guard is tasked with protecting innocents from those who are unable to control their behaviors. I approve of granting the freedom in the use of the National Guard. I mean, they do it today. They do it nowadays, too, so... Yep, go for it. Granted, it's all non-lethal, but still. Oh, I gotta stamp it. Let's hope it is not too late to stop this madness. That is an interesting euphemism for musket fire. The mob want to act as both judge and jury again and hang people from the street lamps. Poor Pockard was almost hanged. Claude Pockard? Exactly. The beloved tutor of your Frederick. You had to dismiss him after the incident with the oath of the clergy, did you not? Yes, Frederick tells me from time to time that he misses his teacher. Oh dear. Trial is about to begin. It's about Monsieur Picard. News travels fast. He's been accused of counter-revolutionary activities. You know him. It can't be true. It is not so simple. Leave before somebody hears us. Papa, please. Go home. Think about the family for once at least. Papa. We're losing influence. Why? Enemy at the courthouse. Am I supposed to be doing something in regards to, nothing I can do in the hierarchy. Okay, so Burrell is the aging commander of the National Guard. He has seen enough to not put trust in ordinary people, even if they are able to start a revolution. An artist and politician, his paintings often refer to the revolution. When it comes to his political career, he is an efficient deputy of the convention. Those two areas of his life are bleeding together and feeding back on themselves. For example, when he led the closure of the Académie whatever the fuck it's called, the same institution that had rejected him for many years, he is a longtime friend of Judge Vidal. Okay. My family want him acquitted, revolutionists want him imprisoned, and the Commonfolk want him hanged. Okay. Oh, I see. One more for the two for the friend. Just giving us that. The rumors, which will go away soon. That'll be good. Enemy at the courthouse. The jury noticed you making the wrong choices and foregoing justice. The rumors spread fast. What did I do wrong there? What? Oh, it's probably the first one. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we have two case files. First one. Counter-revolution and treason. Claude Picard, a 26-year-old vicar and tutor, son of a cobbler, believes in Enlightenment ideals. After refusing to adjure the civil constitution of the clergy, he was removed from his parish. Prohibited from carrying out his duties and sentenced to banishment, despite this, he stayed in Paris and continued his work as a tutor, which he started before 1789. He was captured in the streets by fortuitous circumstances. A guard officer presented during his trial a few months ago recognized him and didn't hesitate to act. Following an investigation, Picard was accused of spying and spreading counter-revolutionary propaganda in order to prepare a foreign intervention that could end the revolution. Correspondence with the Archbishop Jean-Etienne de Breteuil was found in a room Picard has been renting from Mary Gimmet. In it, the clergyman asked for information about the unrest and the supporters of the monarchy in hiding. Riches were also found, a golden chalice, and a reliquary. Moreover, the director of one of the orphanages Claude taught in testified that the tutor would question the law of the revolution in front of the students, stating that it was less important than the laws handed down by God. Evidence, a letter. Well, this is getting serious. Oh, this one. Dear Claude, remember to stay strong in your faith and complete your duties with dignity. Tell me how our brothers in faith are doing, as well as the church, in these desperate times. May God present you, John Anderson. Okay. Well, let's get some questions. So he is a parish priest. Yeah. Banishment. Letter from the Archbishop is evidence. There's no traps, and that's good. Spreading propaganda is the accusation. Espionage is an accusation. Tutor is chain of events. Oh, phew. Okay. Counter-revolution. Church as evidence. Oops. Church riches evidence. Oof. That one was easy. All right. Please introduce yourself, such as you know me. State your personal information or there will be consequences. Claude Picard, Monsieur le Juge. Whatever the fuck. The judge. You stand accused of spying for the counter-revolutionaries and criticizing the existing order. Do you admit to these crimes? I am innocent. The accusation is exaggerated. Ooh, excuse me. And comes from the ill will of the accusers. Typical of a priest. Why did the accused stay in France despite being banished? I had to take care of my sick mother. Without me, she would surely have died. Why did you not take her with you? Good, make the filth squirm. I was in no position to afford that. I am just a poor parish priest who is unable to even carry out his duties. I have to teach every single day to survive. Is that why you started spying? For money? No? What information could I glean that would be useful to Emigiers? That of the supposed persecution of priests. The main argument that Archbishop de Bretul and Pius VI are using to convince Catholic monarchs to strike against the revolution. I do not correspond with Emigiers, and I certainly do not write about the suffering of our clergymen. I would like to remind you that we have evidence. Away with the liar. Where's our... I can't see our thing. The accused travels extensively around the Paris department. The Paris department. To what end? I teach wherever I can find students. Doing that requires time and effort, I admit. That is why you receive gold from your fellow conspirators abroad. He travels around Europe to spy on people. The only money I see comes from my students' caregivers. It is not at all immodest. So where did the riches found in your room come from? They were liturgical accoutrements. I saved them from the plunder of the church in Compiègne. I would rather go hungry than sell them. Fanatic, thief, peddler of superstition. There it is. Why do you teach? The caregivers in orphanage only pay for reading and witnessing lessons. So why do the accused teach children that God's laws stand above that of the Republic? You spread superstition and counter-revolutionary propaganda. This is a misunderstanding. The children I teach are unable to understand such complicated matters. The accused explanation further incriminates him. If they are unable to understand the topic, why would he even discuss it at all? The clerk spreads ignorance and takes our money. I was only understanding the question from the director of the orphanage in Compiègne. I said that God's law stood above my banishment. It is God's law that prohibits me from leaving the country. I have a duty to help those in need. Alright. So if we... why did the accused continue teaching instead of leaving France? My duty is to help others. If I am unable to help as a priest, I want to at least share some of my knowledge. Your knowledge is Catholic propaganda. I preferred the term Catholic values. There we go. So we've gotten down to acquittal for the jury. Now this is what the family wants. However, we're hurting in regards to our revolutionary. So technically, I want to get him imprisoned to try to balance the scale a bit. That being said, my family's also not overly happy with me, so... What else do we got? Someone the witness? What's your name? Mary Gimmett. Was the witness aware that she was renting a room to an unsworn Catholic priest? Did the accused maintain extensive correspondence? Meaning, did you receive many letters? I don't remember any letters with his name. Perhaps he had a rich social life. Did he entertain many guests? I don't remember anyone visiting him at all. He wasn't there most of the time anyway. He just used the room to sleep. Where would he go? I don't ask my guests about things like that. Oh, okay. Did he pay rent on time? Sometimes. I had threatened to kick him out, but eventually he would always pay. So the accused did not strike you as a person who has a substantial amount of money to operate with or spend freely. No, he lived like a poor man. I mean, a normal fellow would never get rich from teaching. Okay, so... yeah, so it's not bad, but not good. Now, do I want to jail him and ask him all these bad questions, or do I just want to go with the acquittal now? What does chat think? I need some help with this. Because we can either ask him these questions, which are bound to influence the jury's opinion negatively, raising him up into the prison to potential hanging, or not even hanging, guillotine. Or are we going to acquittal him, which will increase our family's opinion, and we'll have a favor of the jury right now without asking any questions? Anyone's opinion? Nope. Alright. I think that's going to be it then. Acquittal. Oh, no. Alright, I lied. We can't. We gotta imprison him. I can't acquittal him. Alright. What information did the accused manage to convey to Bishop de Brenier? None. I have no connection with the Archbishop. Why would he be interested in a parish priest's help? What about your letter? We have it in our files. You received instructions from the Archbishop. Pope's dog. Behead the traitor. It is a simple letter, not instructions, and it is not from the Archbishop, but from my parish priest in Compiègne, Jean Ercine Caretto. Where is he now? I know only that he planned to leave for Switzerland. He may have changed his mind, that is why I never thought to respond to the letter. What a coincidence! Archbishop de Brenier currently resides in Switzerland. It is indeed a coincidence. Many clergymen reside in Switzerland. Who believes that? Alright, so we're up to prison. I don't really want to execute him. What stipend does the accused receive as teaching? 2 francs a week, but most people give me food instead. Bread, butter, sometimes wine. Does it not bother you that poor people have to take food from their children to give it to you? Of course it bothers me, but I have to eat. He keeps gold under his bed and still takes food from the poor. We need an explanation. Where does the gold come from? It is not from your fellow conspirators abroad? Of course not. It belongs to the parish in Compiègne, which is currently under my care. This gold is not my property. Alright, we're going to stop it there, and we're going to go to verdict, and we're going to imprison him, which will save our heads on both ends. Alright. Sign that off. Stamp it. Doesn't really look like my seal, but okay. Was his act counter-revolutionary in nature? Yes. What valuables are seized from the defendant? A cup and a reliquaire. When and where did the defendant corrupt the people of Paris? During reading and writing lessons in the orphanage. How much did the defendant earn for his espionage? 2 francs per week. Alright. To prison, let the condemned out. He saved the priest. He showed mercy to an enemy of the revolution. He ought to have been killed. I have nothing else to say. Yep, well... Wait, what? Oh, the people didn't like it, but the revolutionaries did. Oh, okay, I see. I understand. Alright, so we're back up a little bit in the revolutions. Our influence is up, that's good. What is our... Our influence is horrible, holy shit. Ooh, or sorry, our reputation is horrible. So we're -3, -7. Ooh. Maybe the courthouse should end, so I should have full access to my influence, which would be good. Our reputation, on the other hand, has been wrecked, absolutely wrecked by those rumors. Oh my god. Nope, here we go. That's not the king, is he? Kinda looks like him. Not really, there is some difference. We've walked into the firing, yeah.
One fool spewed out one word too many. The other fired a musket.
Oof.
They fought for freedom.
I signed for this.
Each for their own. That man. was judged by people long devoid of their freedom. The only things they knew were dust and sweat and anger.
Wow. Oof. Oh, we made a nice profit. There was a chance of prosperity. Why would the Renard family want to take over your shop, Grandpa? For profit and power, it's always the same, and it's no different in these times. Today it's about equality, so that not only the aristocrats can live with dignity. Grow up, I only saw the truth when they attempted to sentence my son, your uncle, to death. It suddenly dawned on me that the other things that mattered were the power I never had and the connections I never cared for. You wanted to be righteous while the injustice spread like a plague. You should not be sorry for that. I am not, but I would rather your brother lived so that I still had 2 sons. You have a brother, Daddy? Where is he? He died a long time ago, before you were born. Why did he die? Ooh, the innocent questions. Do not talk so much while eating. Your uncle went to war and died in battle. Your generation soon realized the extent of the damage we inflicted upon the world. In the past, decent people like Picard never had to worry about courts or tribunals, but now... Do you even consider the possibility that Picard was guilty? No, not Mr. Picard. He was no guiltier than any of us, son. Keep an eye on the Renards. I'm going to be interesting the influence. The influence of your actions in court. Yeah, they all don't like me for it. Fuck's sakes. Holy. You signed off on the use of deadly force against protesters. Families not at all keen on talking to you tonight. Yeah, I wouldn't be either. Fuck. Oh, man. Oof. Oh, man. We want to see him executed now. Alright. Let's see it. Compiled by this guy. Treason and corruption. Oh, okay. In the docks sits Matthew Burrell, the former Commander-in-Chief of the National Guard. The defendant stands accused of causing the death of 34 people who took part in the demonstration against monarch authority. Around 3 p.m., 2 spontaneous groups of protesters stumbled upon each other in one of the streets leading to Place Vendôme. A quarrel broke out between the supporters and opponents of Citizen Carpet. With both sides engaged in a heated argument, none of the involved parties managed to gain the upper hand, and they quickly resorted to name-calling and public threats. Soon after, a National Guard detachment led by the defendant arrived on the scene. According to the eyewitness testimony of Blaise Fawcett, Commander-in-Chief Matthew Burrell stood himself between the two groups, alone, and attempted to talk sense into them. He was quickly shouted down by the protesters. A few of them vocally accused the Commander-in-Chief of violating their freedom of speech. Well, that's not starting off good for the other guys. A rock flew over Burrell's head. He then walked up to the regiment that until this point had stood away from the crowd. The Commander-in-Chief ordered them to load their muskets and aim at the protesters. He shouted to the mob that they should leave, which the people of France, of course, ignored. Then, as Fawcett testified, another rock barely missed his head. This time it managed to hit one of the soldiers in the chest, leaving him breathless for a moment. Burrell ordered the troops to fire. Bullets reached 34 people in total on both sides of the protest. During his arrest, Burrell tried to explain what he had the tribunal's opinion, which stated he could use force if needed. He tried to defend himself with similar opinions from the convention. Prosecutor Tinviel did not care for such accusation, and his fire speech convinced the deputies to dismiss him. Now he's trying to convince the judge to impose an additional punishment. So, this sounds like politics, not crime. Alright. Sure. Alright, so... Course of events. What? It did too? It happened. So there's a trap in here. Shit. Freedom of speech is the accusation. That's a... yeah. Really? Okay. He was dismissed. Commander-in-Chief's recklessness. No. Fuck off. There's a lot of questions left. Tribunal's opinion. His defense. Injured soldier. Defense. Okay. I'm getting there, I'm getting there. Protesters. Okay. 3 more. Oh, there's another one here. Accusation. Oh, I see. Okay. One of these is the trap, and I don't like it. Oh, fuck. Causing death. Okay. One more. We have 2 mistakes, so technically I can get this either way. So protesters is the accusation. Yeah, see, okay. There we go. We got it. Defendant may introduce himself. We all know who this villain is. Commander-in-Chief of the National Guard and... Shut up already! Let us proceed directly to testimony. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's... It's 4 and 4 with 1 other. So technically he may actually get away with this. Is the condemned aware of the severity of the charges? You understand that 34 citizens were killed. Those that were killed were aggressors who dared to attack a soldier. All 34 of them? No, he was hit by a rock thrown by a single person, but before that another rock flew over my head. I had reason to believe that a mob would become violent. But that's exactly why you were sent there, to prevent violence. And I did. Several people died, but the rest of the citizens are safe. It's a real piece of work. Wow. He's not Commander-in-Chief anymore, still a bastard though. Let's go through all the bad stuff first. Were you given a reason for your dismissal? Multiple reasons. I will not address all of them, but the one that wounded me the most was my supposed incompetence. You caused the death of... Many people have died during the revolution, yet the murderers are members of the convention or judges of the tribunals. The accused should choose his words more carefully. This is slander, a tool for a monarchist machine. Spare me your speeches. If you had any decency left in you, you would remain silent. If we let you go, would you go back to your duty? No. Now I can see that being a scapegoat is the best I could have hoped for here. A deputy or a judge makes a mistake, so they convict a soldier. That is how it always has been, and how it will always will be. Let's behead a politician. Why did the citizens stand between the fighting groups? I know for a fact that you can decrease tension with reason and mediation of a third party. I was not involved with either of the groups. Wait, do you mean to say that you are not a supporter of the revolution? During these events, I was a soldier, an officer first and foremost. I could not allow myself the comfort of having political views. Why? The security of the people was the most important thing. Citizens from the surrounding houses first, protesters second. Since we are far beyond these events, I take this lack of a clear answer as evidence for your support for the monarchy. This guy's a piece of shit. Oh my. I've always remained loyal to friends and her people. Oh, wow. Okay. My family wants him executed. Do you see yourself as a reckless commander? No, I think I am calm most of the time. It comes with age and experience. Yet you stood between 2 hostile groups without any guards. That indicates something quite different. That is called bravery. I would not send a regular soldier. I risked my own life and also hoped that seeing a high-ranking officer would make them come to their senses. So it did not work. No, it had the opposite effect. There is no way I could have expected the outcome. But you were there to expect exactly such an outcome. Yeah, that does sound a bit like competence, although I do see where he's coming from. Does the accused not think that the order to load muskets... I'll again. May have been issued too early. Why? Because it could have further aggravated the crowd that was already enraged. The people of France have an ugly history of impaling heads on spikes. I had a sizable mob before me that was quite obviously ready to attack us at any moment. No, the order was not issued too early. More than that, we should have started shooting as soon as we arrived, instead of wasting our time trying to calm them down. So you believe in brute force rather than diplomacy. If diplomacy had any chance of success in this situation, deputies of the convention would have been sent into the guard. Yet, not one of them decided to show up. I wonder why. I need to make my family happy. I think I may... Let's bring the witness. Let's bring him in. Let's get that out of the way. He's already on the chopping block, so... Blaise Fawcett, monsieur, I am a simple blacksmith. Citizen, do you confirm being witness to this events that are caused of our gathering today? Yes, I'm a witness. I mean, I was there. I saw everything, and I want to talk about it. I really do. Can the accused recall what the people from both sides were saying? How we acted? Yes, of course. That's why I'm here. I saw it. The captain. He's a captain, right? Go on. He stood between the people and started yelling at them. If someone came up to him, he pushed them away and made threats, shaking his fist, but I think he meant well. Why do you think that? I don't know, just a feeling I had. So instead of being all friendly and diplomatic, he went in voice high and fists a-going. Doesn't sound very diplomatic to me. Who attacked first, the crowd or the guard? I'd say the crowd. They threw something at that poor soldier. And after that, well, they started shooting. Wait, there was no order? I didn't hear any orders. It was loud and it all happened so fast. Oh. I think that's it. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the execution on this one. Unless someone has something to say against it. Nope. Alright. Death penalty. Oh, fuck, I can't. So I can't kill him. Alright. With the questioning, what words did you use when addressing the crowd? I asked them for a moment of silence, then when they were quiet, why they were fighting. That's when the peace ended and both sides started throwing accusations. Maybe you shouldn't have intervened. Maybe you only aggravated the crowd more. How? By asking for a moment of silence? Did you say anything else? I was trying to shout over the crowd. Someone accused me of being a spy, trying to silence them and press their freedom of speech. Was that your aim? My aim was to prevent bloodshed. As you can see, it was impossible. How was one of your soldiers injured? He was hit in the chest with a rock. He fell and for a moment could not catch his breath. Did you try to calm the crowd after the incident? Prosecutor, you must be joking. Why do you say that? They wanted blood. Their own or ours. It did not matter. They just wanted it spilled. And you gave them what they wanted. I had good reason in a document in my hand and also responsible for the lives of my subordinates. You chose to take people's lives. Did that document come from God? No, it came from me. Fuck. During your arrest, you said that you were given official documents issued by... May I interrupt? That line of defense is pure nonsense. Why is that? I brought the document myself to be signed by this judge. He signed it. He gave me the right to use force in the case of immediate danger from the prosecutors. You killed 34 people. Would you rather there were hundreds of dead soldiers and prosecutors, with the rest of them still fighting each other? I had a good reason to use force, and the fact that I am standing here accused only confirms the judge present here and the deputies of the convention are merely looking for a scapegoat. Nonsense. The convention would never. Here is a document signed by Judge Alex Findel and head of the tribunal, Raymond, and 2 judges confirmed my right to use weapons. It was a recommendation for the convention, so they would write up such law. And I recommended that you release me and sentence these judges to death instead. He's right, you know. Ooh, that dropped a lot. I think that's my last question. So you're going to jail now instead of death. Congratulations. Have a good day. You're not dead. Just be happy about it. What was the reason for the commander's resignation? Incompetence. What was the first thing the commander asked for the crowd after separating the feuding sides? Silence. Is the defendant a monarchist? No. He did not make a specific request. No. I'm going with no. I'm trying to approve it. Oh, I missed it. Hey. No. Fuck off. There we go. I hereby sentence Matthew Beryl to prison. May the convict ponder his actions. He murdered Smear and what? That's it? The lives of 34 mean less to you than that of a former commander-in-chief. Oh, it was a yes. Blood on your hands. Yeah, I knew that achievement was coming up. Oof. My reputation is absolutely abysmal. Holy fuck. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna end up on the chopping block at this rate. Holy shit. I have 4 influence points, but I can't do anything with it. Our reputation is going up a bit, but not by much. So the rumors are going to go away next, which is going to help us a fair bit. It'll bring everything up by 1, so that's going to be good. He's ours. There can be no more demeaning experiences for revolutionary Paris than the escape of Citizen Capet. He escaped, slipped right from their hands, and the revolution now seems feeble and weak. The people resemble a child that could easily be duped by anyone. However, the Republic quickly composed itself thanks to the postman and his people, who were able to catch the fugitives, escaping to Montmedy. Ordinary citizens led to the fall of a monarch. You will have a chance to serve the Republic as well, for the Citizen Capet will face the tribunal tomorrow. You will choose how he will be remembered, as a traitor and a coward, or as an unlucky statesman. If it were for the prison guards to decide, there would be only one outcome. Ooh. Do we want to rough him up a bit? Nah. No roughing up. We'll deal with him in court. Ooh. Seriously? Oh my god. Unleash those. That. That's just him. That's no one. Oof. Let's go with you and hope that you raise it enough. That didn't raise it in, like, at all. Holy fuck. Oh dear. I seem to be in a bit of a problem. Okay, yeah, this is not good. Poor papa. Tiger. I'm gonna get executed at this rate, holy fuck. Agents. Oh, I see, okay. People are anxious. Alright. Oh, counter-revolution, treason, fraud, advocating monarchy, neglect of duty. Compatriots, Citizen Capet, previously known as King Louis the 16th of France, must be punished for conspiring against the people of France. Louis Capet tried to defend his absolute authority by plotting against the National Constituent Assembly and the people of France. We all remember July of 1789. He gathered an army, 15 foreign regiments, and ordered them to surround Paris. Soldiers led by Baron du Bessenioul were to capture deputies and shoot at citizens defending the reforms. And so they did. The Royal German Regiment drew first blood. Oh, that's not looking good so far. After the plot failed, Louis Capet tried to flee the country with his family and scheme with foreign monarchs abroad. Is that not the reason he took flight from the Tuileries one night in June 1791, using someone else's passport? Was he not heading to Montmagny, where his loyal army were stationed, ready to take him to Austria? If it were not for Postman Duret, his scheme could have ended tragically for us. Louis Capet will never abandon the thought of suppressing the revolution by force. Before the events of 1792, he gave orders for the Swiss Guard stationed in the Tuileries to be doubled. He conducted a public muster in front of the horrified citizens. The people had no choice. They had to act before the Capet attacked. Citizens of Paris who tried to stop the madness were shot at, even after Capet's escape to the National Assembly. Evidence: an order issued by Marshal du Broglie to Baron de Bensuel. And what's this other one? My lord, should any reason appear, shoot the rebels without hesitation, just as his majesty ordered. Have no mercy, for there shall be... For they shall have none either. V.F. de Bragiel. Alright. Ooh, alright, so... Suppressing the revolution is the motive. Postman Dubois is the witness. Doubling the size is the method. Shooting citizen is the method. Defending his monarchy is the accusation. Okay, never mind. Gathering armed forces. Surrounding the city of Paris. International plot. That's the accusation. A fake passport. That's the method. And that's the motive. Boom! Got it. Alright, so the family wants him imprisoned. Everyone else wants him hung. Oh. Louis Capet, I hereby open your trial. Answer the questions when asked. Capet is the name of one of my ancestors. My name is Louis Auguste de Bourbon. That may have been your name before you raised your hand against the people you had sworn to defend. As a king, I have never done a thing against my people. I love them, and I still do. Objection! There is evidence of Louis Capet's treason against the people of France. He should be tried as a foreigner, an enemy, not a citizen of the Republic. Audience. Questioning the defendant will stir the impatient audience. Once angered, the people may even start a riot. Ooh. Okay. Was the accused planning to reclaim his authority in Paris? Why would I do that? According to the constitutional law, I was still the king. Then why did you raise a number of troops in the Tuileries? I feared for my family's life. It is not a mystery that the citizens of Paris were incited to seize the palace and capture us, especially as it was Mr. Danton's goal. It is clear then that the Guards were organized against the citizens of Paris, many of whom did fall in the Tuileries. Against violence and disorder, Mr. Tinville, not against my people. else we got? I'm calling the witness right away. Let's do that. Before we start influencing things good or bad, let's go with the neutral approaches. Please introduce yourself. Jean Doret, postman of Saints Mainhound, Monsieur the judge, I don't know. Did the accused, Louis Capet, introduce himself to the witness with his full name? No, he didn't introduce himself at all. He only produced someone else's documents. So he tried to hide his identity? You could say so. I used the name from the documents after he showed them to me. He never objected. Then how did you learn of his true identity? By the image on the paper assignation. Then a messenger from General Lafayette confirmed my suspicion. I ran as fast as I could to Varennes to inform the authorities. Did the accused tell anyone the destination of his journey? He asked for a way to Montmedy. I told him to go through Varennes and Argonne and warned the coachman to be careful. The road is difficult there. Would the accused like to comment on this testimony? It confirms that I had no intention of escaping. I was merely traveling. It is the right of any free citizen. That is true. He has us there, yeah. Shall we do the good first and the bad? Let's go with that. Did the accused strive to abolish the National Constitution Assembly? I would not convoke the Estates General for the first time in generations and then acknowledge the National Assembly to act against it in all the required reforms. Then why would you call in armed forces after the national arms transformation into the National Constituent Assembly? My ministers pressed me to ensure my people's safety. That is a bold statement, considering how many of your people were killed during the unrest in July. That pains me greatly, but the only person responsible for that is Baron de Besenval. Objection. De Besenval carried out Capet's orders. Well, apparently not according to the jury. Who issued the orders to fire at the citizens? Either Marshal de Broguel or Baron de Besenval. The one responsible should be the one standing here, as he was not authorized to issue such orders. Really, not according to this document. It was signed by the Marshal. Marshal de Broguel went too far and lied to us all. I swear on my crown I did not issue that order. De Broguel is a sworn monarchist, and was given an army to suppress the revolution. Would he work on his own without Capet's blessing? People sometimes do stupid things. It looks like they're about to revolt, so let's do some negative stuff. Nah. Tell us one thing. When does a leader order a muster? When there is need to strengthen discipline and inspire courage. So you admit that you encouraged the guard to attack Paris. No, there are many armed citizens around the palace already. I only wanted to give my troops hope during the defense. I would like to emphasize the fact that my family were in grave danger. If their lives were in danger and the fault lay with you, it was not the first time you sent your troops to fight citizens. Gentlemen, I look in vain for a judge here, for I only see accusers before me. Who gave the order to shoot the citizens gathered around the palace? I did, but it was not an order to attack. The guard's duty was only to respond if the citizens attacked. Their duty was to protect my family. In that case, they should have ceased fire as soon as you escaped to the National Assembly with your family. It was chaos. I did not have a chance to give such an order, but I did so immediately upon arriving at the assembly. So the accused has innocent blood on his hands. Okay. What did the accused plan to do with the constituent's deputies? Nothing. The assembly that I joined on the 27th of July, 1789, granted immunity to its members, and I intended to respect that. And yet you ordered your soldiers to seize and imprison the deputies, and perhaps even execute them. Nonsense. There is no evidence of that. My enemies spread rumors to get rid of me. We don't need evidence against a crowd who runs from his own people, or a coward who runs from his own people. Has the accused ever considered Paris and its citizens to be his enemies? Absolutely not. I ask that you explain the question. How can you deny it if you do not understand the question? Your army surrounded Paris. Is that not what you do to your enemies? My soldiers were there only to ensure public order while the National Assembly was in session. I have a very dry throat by the end of this. Holy. Oh, I just need to refill my water. Adequate forces was already present in Paris. Was that not enough? Ooh, the silent treatment. Who was responsible for the delivery of the passport? Of the man called Pinette. My butler. I ordered him to prepare all the formalities regarding travel to Montmedy. The city hall has not received any submissions from your butler. I do not know what to say. His butler was seen at the Austrian embassy. They surely took care of all the documents for the defectors. Monsieur Tinviel, that is mere hearsay. Who said such a thing? Bring him here so that he may repeat it. There is no need. There is hard evidence, especially in light of what the accused has told us. Who helped you suppress the revolutions? Nonsense, all of it. My only desire to take my family to Paris, as I did not wish for them to suffer house arrest. We all know the European monarchs despise our ideals of freedom and equality and brotherhood. I am to understand that you tried to prepare a joint military intervention. I deny any such accusation. There is no evidence of such outrageous claims. I would never turn against my beloved France. Liar. He'd sell his own mother, never mind his country. So we can imprison him now with the jury's thought. However, we're gonna have to kill him. Because we're bad with these, which is gonna hurt my family, but I gotta do it. The quick judgments are not available yet. Okay. Oh. There's soon to be a massacre. A rumor has spread about hidden evidence of citizen Capet's treason. People have gone mad. What evidence? I will go to them. I would ask you to stay in your seats until I return. Where did all this extra paperwork come from, by the way, on my desk?
People, what vexes you? Why are you so angry? The king lied to us! That coward ran from us! He'll surely run from justice as well! We found proof of the king's treachery in his secret iron cabinet!
Oh dear. Strategy building. Before attempting persuasion, you may explore different approaches to all topics of the conversation. After employing every kind of emotion, you will receive an evaluation of your choices. Characters' attributes. Each attribute comes from a set of emotions that can have a positive and negative effects. Learn their effects to manipulate the people of Paris in any way you please. The higher your reputation, the more you know about the other speakers, and the more you know about the other speakers' attitudes. You can also obtain this information by spending influence points. Reveal. 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 Withdrawn. What? So... So they're withdrawn. What does that tell me, huh? What? The citizen Capet shall not escape justice. A perfect argument, a strong argument, a perfect argument. Okay. That looks good to me. The citizen shall not escape justice.
The king had him imprisoned. He
Will not escape.
If he tries, I will kill him with my own bare hands.
That is definitely aggressive. Holy cow.
We won't turn a blind eye to new evidence. We shall dutifully pursue each line of inquiry for the Republic and only for the Republic. I know that you might be angry, but you have chosen your representatives to protect you. Believe in me.
Intrigued. Alright. Crowd's intrigued. Plus reputation, plus to influence. +5 for the common folk endorsement. Whew! Crisis averted. It is true, evidence of King's guilt has been found. Really? Would the defendant like to explain why he concealed his secure iron cabinet and the documents hidden within from the convention? I had nothing from the convention. No one asked me about the existence of such things. You kept your correspondence well hidden under lock and key. It could only be retrieved only with the assistance of a master locksmith. Any affluent partisan has a lockable cabinet. I, for one, am keenly interested in locksmithing. Okay, so that was that. That was that. The deputies of the so-called National Assembly are to be carefully questioned, and if any of them should display common sense and cease to support the Assembly, will reward him with an extraordinary high allowance and forward His Majesty's thanks. We trust that with God's grace and help, His Majesty will soon arrive within the imperial borders for us to grant His Majesty as well as our beloved sister safety to potentially take the steps necessary to re-establish a national European order within the borders of France. His Imperial Majesty, the Holy Roman Emperor, King of Hungary, Bohemia, Croatia, Dalmatia, Slavonia, Galicia. Oh my God. Yeah, this is bad. Not good for him right now, is it? Your Grace, soon we will come to Your Majesty's rescue. However, for the time being, I implore Your Majesty to muster local troops that remain loyal. I shall issue a warning to Your Majesty's subjects that any and all who dare raise a hand against Your Majesty would suffer the dire of consequences. My army await your orders to curb the tide of anarchy in Your Majesty's country. Duke of Brunswick's Lunenburg. Death, kill him. Oh yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, my family wants it now too? Yes! Alright. Death penalty. Sign it. Wait. Wait. The jury doesn't have an opinion? Fuck it, do it anyway. Did he confess to his crimes? No. According to the defendant, why did he write him letters? Sister. Did Citizen Capet explain his reasoning behind Arnold's mission of corruption? Denies. He forgot. I didn't even ask questions, because I was smart that way. A quick sting. What was that achievement for? Pass the verdict without performing the case. Oops! Take the convict away. Long live the people! Down with the tyrants! I got 2 out of 2! Whoop whoop! I will not sign such a shabby report. Be careful with such things. Do not send you to the scaffold. Oops. My reputation's up, though. There we go. Hey! Whoop whoop. Yeah, we got the enemy of the fucking courthouse again. God damn it. Oh well.
To bow before the new, uncompromising idol with his shining steel crown. I too have felt their eyes on me, just like him. A silent assistant in his ritual of faith. A random acolyte, scared, doubtful. Will not the old gods seek vengeance for this treachery? He abandoned them all too easily. I was unable to understand this room. so sweaty bodies. But I could hear one thing perfectly. Bring us the king.
Maybe I can win the heart of the crowd. Guillotine, earn the favor of the crowd by delivering a speech or proceed directly to the execution. Remember, once you start your speech, there is no going back. An awkward or clumsy speech will earn you nothing but ridicule from the audience. The crowd's attitude, depending on your reputation, the crowd will be more or less aggressive. Withdrawn, oversensitive. Crime. Revolution. Defendant, oversensitive. Says it's strong. Alright. The guillotine would almost be a pardon. Such a hideous deed demands torture. Should we torture him? By passing this sentence, we are making our streets safer. I am not mourning the one being guillotined, but us, his victims. These criminals think that because we are tolerant, we are also weak. That is enough. Intrigues. Another +3 reputation. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I die as an innocent man. I forgive my enemies. For the revolution. I actually had to click it? Oh my god. I must be dreaming. Is that the map from the Muggler's case? You stole evidence from the court? I did not steal it, only found a use for it. It will be more useful in your room than in the dusty drawers of the court archives. After all, this is a map by Tourget, and should be treated with respect. What a lovely explanation. Consider it a gift. Now take it and try not to talk so much. You should be more concerned about the events of the king, because this whole situation just seems peculiar. As your superior, I should be the one judging Louis's case. I failed to understand why Robespierre asked for your assistance. Are you jealous? Of course I am jealous. It is an important moment in history, and people will be reading about it for decades to come. It seems there will be trouble. I have a feeling that someone is toying with my life, as though an unknown force were pushing me into utter chaos. Keep your eyes open. You came to the political world of the city from out of nowhere, and that means someone will have a step down to make room. Do you have to sound so defeated? My husband is a renowned person now. We should be happy about it. It is easy to shoot someone in the spotlight. Yes, it's true. Alright, so we're out of bad graces with him. Not even close with him. Ah, fuck you, bud. Playtime with the children. Yeah, that's what we want. And this should boost everyone's, right? Should. Day 7. It's been a week. 1 week. The revolution. Alright guys, I'm going to be right back for a sec. I was going to feed my animals and we'll get right back into this. So I shall be right back. Alright, and I'm back. Sorry for that. Alright. The people shrugged the invisible burden off their backs. The streets seemed more peaceful. Even the windows of the courthouse were soon replaced. Dear Citizen Fideli, I am writing to congratulate you on becoming a part of our country's history. Citizen Capet's trial is on everyone's lips. I would also like to discuss the important topic of appointing the new Commander-in-Chief of the National Guard, who will replace Citizen Burrell. It is my honest belief that I am the best candidate. Should you give me your permission, I would like to pay you a visit this evening. Long live the Republic. Francois Henriot. Alright, what do we got here? So reputation is only -5. We're back up to 0 for the common folk, low for -5 for revolutionaries. We're back in a decent position. We're not horrible, we're not great. But a lot of stuff happened to us, that's for sure. Alright. 2 files. Treason. Advocating monarchy and counter-revolution. The defendant is Anthony Barnave, a 32-year-old politician and famous orator. Parisans remember him for his fiery speech defending the constitutional monarchy. He is known as a fierce enemy of the Republic and protector of the king. Seeing that his political efforts were fruitless, he joined the National Guard. In 1791, during the notorious flight to Venaris, the Capets were detained by the Guard. Anthony Barnave and 2 other soldiers were ordered to escort the fugitive back to Paris. When Barnave met Marie Antoinette, he was absolutely charmed. The two developed a potentially sexual relationship later. They were frequently writing to each other. In her letter, Marie Antoinette often expressed hope for the survival of the absolute monarchy. Not long after, Barnave joined the Jacobins, hoping to help the Capets and alleviate the radical approach of the revolutionaries towards the Citizen Capet and Marie Antoinette. His efforts, however, were futile. Due to his sympathy towards the monarchy and the Capets, especially Marie Antoinette, he was under constant surveillance. Now we have finally managed to collect enough evidence against him to file an indictment. One of the pieces of evidence is his correspondence with Marie Antoinette, which potentially proves his counter-revolutionary tendencies. Anthony Barnave ought to be punished like any other enemy of the revolutionary. Evidence. Letters to Marie Antoinette. Your Highness, I am certain that our shared efforts will convince the people of France to preserve the monarchy. The loss of your wisdom and kindness would be too tragic a blow for the state to afford. Yours, Antoinette. Antoine. Alright. Let's get some questions, shall we? Hey. Famous orator. That is his personality. Escorting Citizen Corpet. Wait. Letters addressed as evidence. Oh, there's more. Motive? Nah, I didn't think so. Alright. Sympathy towards the monarchy. It's motive. Alright. Escorting. Fuck me. Stimulating circumstances. Aha! I had no more chances left, so I'm glad I got that. Oh, fuck. He fell in love with Marie Antoinette. Are you Mr. Anthony Barnave? I am. Did you and your mistress, Marie Antoinette, plot against France? There are so many lies in your question that I cannot decide which one to deny first. He tries to defend himself with pretty words. So you are pleading not guilty. So you are not pleading guilty. Of course not. Alright. That's a lot of innocent stuff. Not too long ago, you were on the path to a grand career. I remember your famous speech. In defense of Citizen Capet, your charisma could have taken you to the top, but instead you are here. Do you not regret it? That speech was not aimed against the revolution. I only wished to appeal to the common sense. Many remember that performance as an attack on everything that started in France on the 14th of July. Nonsense. The charges were essential. Constitutional monarchy is a reasonable alternative to the older order. So in your opinion, people who brought misery to France should continue living in a palace? I do not think they should be guillotined only for their ancestry. You escorted the fugitive royals back to Paris. Did you see an opportunity to use your new friends for your personal gain? Absolutely not. I saw hounded, terrified people, and I decided to plead for them. Where were you when we were hounded by them? Maybe you were driven by your desire for Marie Antoinette. The circumstances were not very romantic, but who knows? That is an unnecessary and false insinuation that has nothing to do with the case. I wonder if Capet liked to watch them. Oh my god. Where is this courtroom going? Ah. Were you not afraid to openly support the monarchs on the eve of the revolution? That could be interpreted as treason. I may be young and idealistic, but I am no traitor. If that were true, you would be standing on the right side. I love this country, and I am certain that the republic which the revolutionaries are fighting for is not a panacea. If you fight for the republic, you fight If you fight the republic, you fight France itself. It would appear that in your letters to Marie Antoinette, you tried to convince her and her husband to support the revolution. What would you gain from that? I believe that we would avert the terror that we are currently facing. Why do you think there is terror in our country? I would not be standing here otherwise. You're here because you're a royalist swine. The Capets were not interested in the Constitution. Absolutely not. And how would you benefit from it? I only wanted what was best for my country. Why did the Guard choose to escort the Capets? Within the Guard, one does not question orders. They ordered me to carry out a task, and that is what I did. So you did not ask for it? How could I have? I only learned about Citizen Capet's escape when they gave me the order. Yet you profited from it, did you not? Considering where I am standing, I do not really think so. No kidding. I wouldn't think so either. Why did Marie Antoinette make such an impression on you when you first met her? She's an incredibly well-mannered and sophisticated woman. I would have been blind not to see it. He fell for her like a youngster. Really. Marie Antoinette is a married woman, and I am a decent man. You can come to your own conclusions. I had rumors that she did not really care for her wedding ring. And you're aware that rumors are not the best source of knowledge. Did you ever express your feelings to Marie Antoinette in the letter to her? Did you not read our letters carefully? I would not have dared to woo the Queen of France. You wrote about her wisdom and kindness. It sounds like you were paying her compliments. Those were just pleasantries. Maybe she was wooing him. The Austrian whore was insatiable. Wow. Well, that's it. Which means the jury is saying prison. Wait, again? No, there's nothing in there. Okay. Did the defendant confess to the crime? No. According to the citizen Baronave, what type of political system should France have? Constitutional monarchy. How did the defendant learn about the escape? From an order. Sign off. And prison. Ah, why you gotta be like this, bud? Why? Whatever. Sign it, date it, stamp it, whatever it is you need. Let's get it out of my hair. I have no further questions. Thank you. I sentence Anthony Baronave to prison. Take the condemned away and lock him in a cell. I hope his time there will not be easy. He was lucky. How can you be so easy on enemies of the state? I got it alright, so that's fine. Looks like my reputation's going up. Yep. Whoop whoop. Where we at? Only -4 now. We're getting up there. Your wife told me that if I seek the support of just people, I should look for them in your house. Yes, Citizen Henriot, my husband will be more than happy to endorse your candidacy for the post of Commander-in-Chief. Why does this feel like a fait accompli? Please do not be angry at your wife. I am sure that she acted in good faith when she made those promises. How could anyone refuse to support such a respectable officer? I am certain that my husband will acknowledge your merits just as I have. Undoubtedly. But how can I be so sure when there are so many other candidates? While I respect the other candidates, they are decent people. However, I can offer you the most precious gift, loyalty. Working together, we can greatly benefit each other, and maybe Paris too. Our family has high regard for sincerity and loyalty, does it not, my dear? Moreover, we respect each other's boundaries. At every turn. Yes, those ugly rumors about you being an addict should be put to an end. Know that I never forgot those who have done me a favor. Words, 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 Citizen Henriot. I am certain that no other candidate has asked for your endorsement. They do not think that you are worthy of their friendship, but I, Francois Henriot, am different, and so are my words. I am sure that my husband has already noticed that. Thank you. Regardless of the masses regardless of what the masses are yelling, Paris is only as strong as its united elites. I will not retract my wife's promises, but in the future, make sure you come to me first. But of course. Alright, so it looks like we're going to be getting a Commander-in-Chief in our pocket. That's going to be good. We need to increase your happiness. Paragraphs and codes. I don't know. Demonstration. Ugh. Let's go with that one again. Alright, so we got him up. That's good. Our son is doing really well. He's boosting them, so that'll be good. Oh! A whiskey lullaby. The evening is warm, so you decide to take the long way home. Near the Café Chantilly, you spot an amusing scene. 2 drunkards fighting over a bottle of liquor. Cursing like stable boys. The first is shorter and dressed in a disheveled officer's uniform. Possibly a colonel. The second fighter, although significantly taller, is just an ordinary street thug. You listen to the gibberish and tangled epithets, only to reach the conclusion that the bottle contains one last gulp of drink. Try to settle the dispute between the drunkards. The 2 enemies unite in the face of a stranger in an elegant coat. It surely looks comical to the observers when, in a fit of booze-driven solidarity, one tries to hit you in the head with a disputed object, while the other kicks at your ankle. You dodge the bottle, which smashes on a nearby wall, spilling the remaining alcohol everywhere. However, the kick is successful, and immobilizes you long enough for the drunkards to disappear in a back alley. It takes some time for the bystabbers to stop laughing. Well, fuck! This is what I get for trying to be a nice guy. I worked so hard to get that reputation back up. Ugh! God damn it. Fuckers. Oh, hello. What do we got here? Revolutionary holiday. Recent days have proven that France can win. That France can win. We managed to overcome our past, divesting our last remaining tyrant of his power. Now it is time to rebuild, to create symbols that inspire future generations. That is why, during the gathering of the convention, several enterprising citizens proposed the construction of a statue to commemorate the revolutionary victory over injustice. You were given the honor of supervising the construction. There is no better candidate than the one who vanquished Louis Capet. You have an opportunity to leave yet another mark on Perry. Sections of Perry. Each section can be controlled by you, by an enemy, or by neutral. Okay. Controlled sections. Each section you take over provides you with one additional influence point and changes the mission success. The chance of mission success is higher in your territory. Enemy sections. Enemy agents can also take over your sections. Actions performed in enemy sections are less likely to be successful. Locked sections. Some sections are locked. Unlock them with any agent to carry out actions within them. Unlock a section. To unlock a section, you have to scout it first. You can only unlock sections adjacent to ones that you already unlocked. Fervor. 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 That word is just giving me troubles this whole time. Each section reacts to a situation in the game, causing the fervor of its residents to rise or fall. If their fervor becomes too intense, it could result in destructive riots. Send agents on missions, manage unruly crowds, and fight for influence over the city. Click an agent and choose the action you wish them to carry out. Bruiser. The Bruiser is good at fighting, gaining reputation, and managing unruly crowds. Diplomat. Take over sections, nurtures relationships with factions, lowers the fervor in sections, weaker in duels against enemy agents. You can move your agents freely between your sections. Unfortunately, in hostile or neutral sections, they can only move one space per day. Ah, okay. It's neutral. District fully upgraded. Lower the crowds for in this sector. Woo! Okay. Monument construction. The more sections under your control, the faster the monument is constructed. Each subsequent stage of completion allows you to take over another building near the monument. Oh, I see. Okay. I like that one. I like that. And that. Let's go with that. Each building lets you perform a different kind of action. Take over the ones that support your playstyle. A printing house. So this, spend some time with your family. Lose 2. Facilitate the persuasions. Interesting. Political salon. A hideout. And a printing house. The printing house enables actions against the Muscadins and the Revolutionary Patrol. That will help your agents operate more efficiently in Paris. Actions granted by this building will facilitate your work at the courts. Interesting. Okay. The favor is pretty low. So let us go here and increase your influence. Send them both there. Inspection. Okay. Alright, our agents are out. I don't think there's anything else we can do here at the moment. What's our hierarchy looking like now? Okay, so Burrell has been prisoned. Roland, who the fuck are you? Minister of Internal Affairs. Thanks to his resourceful wife who controls his career from the shadows, he has gained a position in the government and became a prominent member of the Girondins. He does not hide his support of the monarchy, maintaining that it will create balance between a blood revolution and the tradition that unites all French generations. A courtesan known in every nook of Paris that is worth mentioning, a lady of Liege born in Scotland and living in Paris as an alleged spy for the English. In order to survive, she has been forced to master diplomacy like one of the deputies of the National Convention. There is no doubt that her profession has helped her establish relationships. It is unofficially said that if an aristocrat wants to escape from Paris, then Grace Elliott is the one to speak to. Okay, okay. Interesting. This has got a whole nother depth to it. Dang. Oof. Lost 2 influences because I went against the court again. Yep. And we're back down to -10. Fuck. Alright, what do we got? Assault. Mutilation. Vincent Boel is a young wounded soldier. He lost his leg below the knee to a Prussian cannonball. He was discharged from the military and moved in with his mother and younger brother, 14-year-old Mathieu, to an apartment in a tenant. Not long ago, Vincent's brother fell from a window. The doctor says that he broke both legs and his pelvis, and would probably never walk again. He learned that on the night of the incident, a loud quarrel could be heard from the widow's apartment. He asked the doctor from Hotel Dieu to examine the boy a second time, and they found both old scars and fresh bruises on his body. Neighbors told us that during the first months after the return of the wounded soldier, they did not notice anything disturbing. However, eventually they began to hear screams at night. Vincent was sometimes seen with a bottle of wine and reeking of alcohol, behaving aggressively. Sounds like PTSD. We have arrested Vincent Boel, hoping for incriminating testimonies given by his mother and brother. However, she claimed that her son is young and stupid and fell from the window by himself. The boy has refused to talk to us. So there's no evidence to actually hold a trial. What the fuck is this on about? Alright, I guess. Witnesses. Thank you, phone. Fuck off. Return of the Wounded Soldier is course of events. Wounded Soldier. There's a trap. Scars of bruises is none of those. Course of events. Tenants. That's the trap. Oh, fuck you. Alright, so these have to go into something. Wounded soldier. Boom! Got it. That was close. Not gonna lie. Alright. Are you Citizen Vincent Boel? That's me. Did you have something to do with your brother's fall from the window? The stripling was playing on the windowsill, and he just slipped. You do not appear to feel sorry for him. He had an accident. Things like that happen. An accident. So you were not involved. He couldn't handle the Prussians, so he started fighting with his family. Mother first drove my father to death, and now she doesn't really look after my brother. You should ask her. Alright. Did you join the army as a very young man? I was under 20. Losing a leg must have been a difficult experience. I don't want to talk about it. How did it happen? I don't want to talk about it. Citizen, tell us how you lost your leg. I don't remember. Maybe he was shot in the head, not in the leg. Oh, fuck. Fine, let us assume that you do not remember what exact moment. What about the day of the incident? Were you on the offensive? That has nothing to do with that stupid child falling out of the window. Citizen, we do you a favor by listening to you. Be so good as to not shout. Did you start drinking because of your leg? No, it's insomnia. I can't fall asleep these days without a glass of wine. The neighbors say that when you returned from the war, at first you were calm. Yet as time went by, you became increasingly more aggressive. What happened? I don't understand the question. Of course he doesn't. Squeaky clean, that one. For some time now, your neighbors have been complaining about you. When you started drinking, they began to hear screams from your apartment. I haven't been getting along with my mother recently, but it's been nothing serious. You did not get along, or you were arguing? Nothing serious, just some small disagreements. But it did not start straight after your return. I just can't sleep lately. Sleepy people are often easily irritated. Yeah, that's true. I understand that, yeah. How would you describe your relationship with your brother? Matthew, that little maggot does nothing but eat and ask Mum for money because he's too lazy to work. Your brother has never worked? Well, he was a baker's or butcher's apprentice, I'm not sure which. Still, whatever he brought home, he ate at once. How about you? Where were you working? Without a leg? What can I do, Roll cigars with women? Be honest with us. Were you beating your brother? He was battering him. You could hear it from 2 streets away. Someone has to bring him up as a man. I was raised by my father, but he died when Matthew was 8. There was nobody with a firm hand at home, and now look at him. Not that his father did a good job of raising this one. So, was that a yes? Were you drinking on the night your brother fell from the window? No, that night I was sober. Your neighbors heard screams. Probably from the streets. Maybe there was another lynching or something. I don't know. I was sleeping. Did you take your brother to the hospital? No, our neighbors did. I found out about it everything in the morning when they came to complain. Why did you not take him yourself? Were you ashamed? I couldn't sleep for 3 nights, so when I finally managed it, I slept like a log. I was sitting by him when the officer of the guard came to interrogate him. Matthew was asked a bunch of questions but didn't say anything. I guess he was ashamed to have ruined his health in such a stupid way. How long did you serve in the army? Over a year. The whole time I was thinking about going back to my mother and brother. And once you returned home, you started trouble. They didn't understand me. They don't know what it's like when your friend's blood splatters all over your face. They were complaining that I scream at night. I was calling Pinard. I dreamt about him every night. A bullet went through his cheek. Did Pinard survive? I don't know. 2 days later I was hit by the cannonball. I have no idea what happened. But he doesn't remember how he lost his leg. Your neighbors also complained about screams. They never had to shake someone's guts off their shoes, whether they know about screams in fear. Do you want us to feel sorry for you? You can all go and jump in the river for all I care. Call in the widow, Mrs. Buell, as a witness. How did your younger son fall out of the window? I think he was playing on the windowsill. It happened at night, right? Well, yes. Did he often play at this hour instead of sleeping? My son doesn't have a father. Sometimes he's hard to control. What were you doing on the night of the incident when your son was playing? I was doing the laundry. The boys constantly stain their clothes, and as I work all day, I had to wash them later. And your other son, what was he doing? I'm not sure. Could he have been sleeping? No, he suffers from insomnia, and he's beating his family. Has Vincent ever hit you? Of course not. Was he shouting at you? He can't sleep recently, and sometimes he raises his voice. But it passes when he sleeps well. His leg hurts where the stitches were, and I sometimes buy a bottle for him. Men always feel better after a drink. If you do not buy him a bottle, does he get angry? No, no, my son never gets angry at me, no. But he says he does. Okay, of course he doesn't. That good, kind boy. That night, could you afford a bottle for him? I don't remember. Well, you know, I'm old, but no, I don't think so. Why is people aggressive? What the fuck? Well, that's all I got, which means it's imprisonment. Did the defendant confess to the crime? No. Under what circumstances? He was playing on the windowsill. According to the statements, what was the invalid doing at the time of the accidents? Sleeping. Sign it. Alright. Wait, who's who here? Sign it! Oh, let's see what happens when we go right negative on this, huh? Oh boy. Chain the bastard up and to the quarry with him. Influence, reputation, revolutionaries, common people. My name is Jean-Marie Roulard. My name should not be unknown to you after all you wiped your shoes on it during King Louis's trial. Citizen Capet, not King. King Louis Auguste Bourbon, Duc de Berry. Thanks to your flinging around half-truths and speculation, I was calling for my head, accusing me of corruption and treason, while you used our backs as a stepladder on your way up the social hierarchy. Corrupting politicians does not always work out. Danton does it. Morelli tried it, but they caught you. Happiness. Sorry, not happiness. I will probably be dismissed from my station. I may even end up at the guillotine, but I will make sure your head rolls right after mine. You will be my comrade in misery. Threatening a judge of the tribunal is an even worse idea than supporting a despised king and corrupting politicians of the convention. I will get rid of your candidate for captain of the guard. Then I will go after you. It took me and my wife too long to get to where we are. I will not die because of some over-boozed maggot that likes to call himself a judge. You will see how we wage war in Paris's salons, you treacherous mongrel. I made an enemy. Oh boy. Dear comrade, I heard news of Minister Allen's unexpected visit. I have to confess that Roland knows about me something that he should not have. I am certain he is already weaving an intrigue against us. We should start working on one against him. Oh boy. Play something for me, son. I have work to do. As you wish, father. Well, the good news is that they're going up, so that's good. Support the construction of the statue, which drops everyone. No. Evening stroll. Increase these two. Oh wow, he dropped a lot. What the fuck? He dropped so much. Hey! Enemy agents will fight your own agents for territory. They can take over your sections or neutral sections. When at least two hostile agents meet in one section, combat ensures. Remember that a diplomat has little chance against a brutal fighter. After a defeat in combat, your agent becomes injured. They can still move around, but they are not able to perform any actions. Your main section is vital. The buildings here enable you to influence the rest of the game, protected at all costs. If you let it out of your grasp, you will lose the game. Got it. Send him there to fight him. Oops. Scout there, I guess. Alright. Intrigue. Jean-Marie Roulard. The document discovered in Capet's iron cabinet raised suspicions regarding Roulard. The minister hates the tribunal for openly ridiculing him, and he will not forgive you for it. His intelligent wife holds an even stronger grudge. Number of successes to win, number of successes required for a bonus. Okay. Action blocks. Perform actions correctly to fill the progression bar. If you carry out too few, you will lose. If you perform more than necessary, you will receive a bonus. Okay. Perform the actions correctly to fill the progress bar. If you carry out... I just read that, though. Convincing a witness. So far, there are only rumors that Roulard destroyed the documents. If we find someone from his social circle to collaborate with us, to corroborate this, we would gain a powerful tool. We have a potential candidate. Philip Cote, Coite, was among the people who opened Cabot's iron cabinet. Persuasion. For an action to be successful, you need to persuade the required number of people. You can also send your diplomat to do it for you. Remember, you can only do this while the block is active. So we can either do it, or we can send our diplomat to do it. Do we just want to try? Or do we just want the diplomat to do it? What do we think? Nothing? Alright. Let's do it ourselves. Thank you for coming. How could I say no to the person who holds the lives of kings in the palm of his hand? I presume our meeting is connected to Mr. Roulard? Exactly. I would like to talk to you about the incident with the iron cabinet. It is indeed rather ugly. The minister could lose his head because of it, although it is currently nothing more than gossip. Yes, but if gossip suddenly turned into the truth, then things would certainly get nasty. Withdrawn. Withdrawn. Bull-headed. Carrot and stick. I want to get Roland. Bull-headed. Perfect, strong, strong. So there's something better than aggression here. Do you just want to go with aggression, or do we want to try something else? Anyone got a suggestion? We have humility down for the last one. No one? Alright. Alright. If well-being and friends is not enough for you, then let me just say, citizen, that if you help me, your chances of survival will increase. After all, someone could accuse you of complicity in Roland's crimes. He's still doubtful. Humility. I believe that you are a man of reason, Citizen Cote. Listen to it telling you that you do not want to pay for Roland's mistakes, and I do not want to make you pay for them. I will help you and testify against him. Let us see where this leads, but hopefully to my head staying on my neck as you promised. Oh, we got him. That's good. Ooh, both of them go up. Yes! Alright, so we convinced him. Spreading rumors. Methods of solution. Some actions require you to make decisions about tactics. Each decision may have different chances of success. A few casual remarks made by the Oh, what are we doing here? Spreading rumors. When Roulard recognized the contents of the iron cabinet, he allegedly asked for a moment of privacy and was left alone with the evidence. In light of Citizen Capet being accused of conspiracy and the lack of evidence, we could try accusing the minister of destroying it. Cote confirming these sensational details would surely help. A few casual remarks made by the respected Jacques Louis David would unleash an avalanche. Court guard, Raphael Cloetus, your royal subordinate, will have to talk some sense into a few heads so they realize how big a threat Roland is. No, I think diplomacy's good. Let's go with diplomacy. This action will perform the next day. Oh, okay. Chance of success is 100%, so we're set there. What was it for that? I didn't even check that. Alright. Close. 2, 2, -2. We're good. Alright. End of the day. This is going good. Alright. Murder. Oh boy, this is not going to be a good one. Bruno Hugo, 26, is a groom working for the wealthy and influential aristocrat Jean-Claude de Jacquemart. During a quarrel, he was seen to push his employer down the stairs, resulting in the aristocrat's death. It is significant for the case that due to his origin and low intelligence, Bruno Hugo is known in the local community as Village Idiot. The witness testifies that that Hugo returned from a ride displeased with the way Bruno had prepared his horse. Apparently... Wait. Oh, no, sorry. Not Hugo. It's Jean-Claude. Jean-Claude returned from a ride displeased with the way Bruno had prepared his horse. Apparently, the saddle had become so loose the citizen almost fell from his mount. The victim called for Bruno in order to scold him and began insulting and physically abusing the stable boy. When acting on an impulse, Bruno pushed his employer away. As a result, landed at the foot of the stairs with a twisted neck. The incident happened in front of the other employers. Bruno Hugo escaped to the stable, where he was later found pale with fright and whispering something to one of the horses. This almost sounds like... Oh fuck! There was a book I read about. It was a short story in one of my English classes about two people who were running around the country in America, with one of them being the bigger guy, but wasn't as intelligent as his friend, similar to Bruno here, and it ended up being I don't remember exactly piece for piece, but essentially it ended up with him wanting to hug someone, hugged them, and ended up killing them because he hugged them too hard, and then had to be killed by the other person to appease whoever the fuck it was. It was a very interesting story. It was interesting, nonetheless. Return from the ride. Oh no, we're somewhere else. Okay, so... Okay. Groom. Personality. Oh, sorry. Oop, fuck. Get back here. Oh, that was the trap. Oh, you son of a bitch. Finish personality. Here we go. Alright. Accusation. There's no accusation here. There's no witness here. Is there any more? Wait, hold on. No, that's it. One page. Loose saddle. Accusation. Shouts and struggle. This one's a lot harder. Loose saddle. Method? Okay. Shouts and struggle. Okay. Return from ride. There's witnesses for that. And the motive. Ah! Got it. Alright. Alright. This is a simple case. The accused is guilty of murder, and the only problem is that the people feel sorry for him. What is your name? Bruno Hugo. I'm Bruno Hugo. Did you work for citizen Jean-Claude du... Yes, I worked there for a few years. Quite a few. Leave him alone. He's just a man-child. Do you admit to the murder, yes or no? But I... Poor thing, he's shaking all over. Do you know how local people refer to you? Bruno does not know. Does not know. Village idiot. Do you wish to comment on this? Bruno does not like that name. No. Do they often call you that? The court is mocking him. I don't like it, and that's that. I already have a name given to me by my mother. She gave me one. Was this nickname the reason you pushed him down the stairs? The master was shouting. I didn't like it when he shouts. I don't like it. Yeah, sounds pretty similar. Are you responsible for preparing horses for the victim? Yes, I combed them, fed them. Horses eat a lot of grass. I combed them. Was the saddle loose? Citizen? No, impossible. I pulled the straps. You can't pull too hard, or it crushes and hurts the horse's stomach. Horses are good, better than humans. Did you want your master to fall off the horse? Did you deliberately leave the girth strap loose to get back at your employer? I'd never. I liked our master. Wouldn't hurt him. I liked him. You can see that he's a gentle child. Oh, wow. How did he treat you? He was good to me. Sometimes he shouted, but he fed me and was good to the horses. Good. How often did he shout? Sometimes he shouted, sometimes he didn't. Aristocrat scoundrel. Is that why you decided to kill him? First he was tormented by the noble, and now by the revolution. Are you aware that you have killed a man? Do you understand that? I know. I just swung my arm because he was shouting at me like that, so loud. Were you aware that you could hurt him? I didn't think so. I didn't. Did you swing so hard to fell him? Wow, I fucked that up real bad. I got so scared I can't remember. I squinted my eyes, sir, and when I opened them again, there he was, lying down there, downstairs. Do you plead guilty? I don't know what I did wrong. I don't understand. These people wanted me to come here, so I came. I meant no harm to nobody. No harm. You are facing the death penalty for murder. Do you realize that? I just want to go back to the horses. I don't know if they've eaten today. If a horse doesn't eat for a long time, the master isn't happy when the horse wasn't fed. Are you more worried about the horses than about your master? The master is dead. What can I do? And the horses are still alive. They're alive. Call in Baufou. Baufouet? I don't know. Oh, please introduce yourself and state your duties. I am Major Domo at the residence of the whoever the fuck family. I saw exactly what happened. Please tell us what happened. Citizen de Jaconade was furious at Bruno because he didn't tighten the saddle. It could have caused an accident. How did the player react to this? He started shouting at Bruno, tugging and pulling at him. Bruno pushed Citizen away, causing him to fall down the stairs they were both standing on. Nasty business, I guess, is what it is. Yeah, innocent. That's all I got. Alright. Was this act counter-revolutionary in nature? No. What was the reason behind the argument to the defendant? A loose saddle. Does the defendant understand the indictment? No. Acquittal. Which loses me my position. But, whatever. The people like me, so. Stamp it! Let's see if we lose our office right here, Nan. Not guilty of the crime, he's unaware of what happened. What does it matter? A crime is a crime. You have to be careful with the likes of this one. His employer should have known better. Boom. Alright, this is gonna go good for me, but oh well. I'm gonna really do some revolutionary stuff. Ah, there we go. This agent you ordered me to silence. It is done, but there is something you need to see for yourself. Uh-oh. Yep. That's about what I figured. Game over. Fuck. Alright. You lost. You've been deposed. Well, now we know what happens when that does it. Act 1, Day 9. That's as far as we got. Fuck. Alright, well, I guess that's as good a place as any to end it. 3 hours isn't bad. Good game. Definitely going to play it again on Wednesday, for sure. Once again, that time is 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's usually for 4 hours. Only able to do 3 tonight, but all in all, not too bad. If you guys aren't following me, I do have my Twitter. It's down on my Twitch, underneath the Twitch stream there. I do post roughly half an hour before every stream, and I usually say exactly what it is I'm streaming, so you have a better idea of what it is that you'll be coming into. Besides that, I guess you guys have a good night, or morning, I guess it could be in some places. And I guess I'll see some of you, or all of you, who knows, in a couple days for the next stream. Hope you guys enjoy. Bye now.